On this iMovie tutorial, I'm going to show you how to adjust the speed of any video on iMovie Mac. This is super easy to do, and this is an example video that I use for a lot of my iMovie tutorials, just so you can see some continuity between affecting the same video. So I'm just going to play it.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
So let's say I want to adjust the speed. The first quick way you can do this is go to right click and click Show Speed Editor. Now as you can see, I have this bar up here with this little dot right there. Now if I click and go in, as you can imagine, the shorter the video, the quicker it's going to be. As you can see with the rabbit, the more I drag it out, it's going to go to the turtle. It's longer or slower. So if I play it,
it's time for an iMovie tutorial.
Which is a cool effect. Or if, let's say, I want that weird chipmunk sound. You get the idea. Now, another way you can affect the video speed and go into more advanced settings is to click the speedometer right here. Now, as you can see, I have a few different settings, so I'm going to put this back on normal. So first off, if let's say I go to here, as you can see, I have slow and fast, freeze frame, and custom. So with slow, I can adjust by an exact percentage. Same thing with fast, as you can see. So let's say if I want to be specifically 4 times faster, I click this, and then... So, very, very fast, almost hard to understand. So after slow and fast, I have freeze frame and custom. I'll get to freeze frame in a little bit because it's a little bit different than adjusting the speed. And then I have custom. So if I go to custom, I can adjust this by an exact percentage. So like something like, all right, this video has to be exactly 1/3 slower. So I'm gonna do 33%. So now it's exactly 1/3 slower than normal. So if I go to here, sounds super bizarre. Now, one other really cool feature up here is to do preserve pitch. This is a really, really cool technique that you can use in iMovie. So let's say I have a video and I want it to be me talking slower. So let's say I'm gonna put it on, let's say 95%, right? So it's slower, but only by a touch, only by a smudge. So if I play it now,
it's time for an iMovie tutorial.
Let's do it even like slower. Let's do like 90%, right? So it's slower, but not by an extreme amount. So if I play it,
it's time for an iMovie tutorial.
So now, as you can see, it's slower, and not only that, the pitch of the video is also lower. As you can imagine, when a video is slowed down, the pitch goes lower, as you can hear through my voice getting deeper. And when you speed it up, as you heard from the chipmunk sound, the pitch gets higher. Now, if I click Preserve Pitch, it keeps the same pitch, even though the video is slower. So now when I play it,
it's time for an iMovie tutorial.
So my pitch is the same, even though the video is slower. This is very, very useful. Now, one big thing I have to say, and this is kind of the music producer and audio engineer in me, in case you didn't know, I'm a DJ and electronic music producer as well. When you play it, you're gonna notice there's a weird kind of phaser echoey sound, I don't know what the best word to describe it as, on your voice. So when I play it like this,
it's time for an iMovie tutorial.
You hear that the voice or the vocals or what I'm saying is very slightly almost glitched up, right? Very, very, very subtly, as you can see again.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
So if I even go to, let's say, like 95%, right, playing it just to show you.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
If I turn this off,
it's time for an iMovie tutorial.
You don't hear it as much. This is kind of a tricky situation because, let's say if you do want the pitch preservation on, keep in mind it is going to sound a bit odd, especially say if you have really good vocals from, like, say, a microphone. It's going to be very, very, very clear that something sounds off with the voice. However, the pitch of your voice isn't affected. So this is something you have to figure out when doing video editing. For example, do I want it to be like this?
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
Where my voice sounds deeper, but not as kind of glitchy or kind of odd. But if I put this on, my voice doesn't sound deeper, but again, it sounds a bit off.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
As you can hear. Now, another feature I can do, I'm going to put this back to normal, is to do reverse. As you can imagine, it reverses the audio. And also the video. One cool little pro tip I'm going to show you is, let's say if you're like, all right, I want the video to be normal, but the audio to be reversed. All I'm going to do is I'm going to make it normal again, and I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to go Command-C, Command-V. So now I have 2 of the same video. I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to go to the speedometer and click reverse. So as you can see now, the video is reversed in addition to the audio. I'm then going to go to detach audio. I'm going to duck this audio out because I don't want the audio, and I'm going to bring it here. So now the video is going to play normally, but the audio is going to play in reverse. So that's a really cool feature because remember, like I said, when you are doing a video or when you do put a video in reverse, it not only does the audio but the video as well. And then lastly, I'm going to show you the freeze frame. So I feel like when it comes to the freeze frame, it's not really a speed element, even though iMovie puts it into speed here, but I might as well talk about it. So what a freeze frame does is it plays the video normally, and at a certain point that you pick, it stops and keeps that frame frozen. So I'll click here. So now as you can see, what's going to happen is this is the main frame that's frozen. It's going to look like this.
It's time for an iMovie
Holds it,
tutorial.
and then keeps going. Now, obviously, I can select the duration. I can also adjust the smoothness. This is a really cool feature, too. If, let's say, I want almost like a record scratch type moment and a record spin back. So I have to hit smooth sometimes a couple times. There's a weird glitch in iMovie where I have to hit this, 2 or 3 times for it to get this kind of weird effect. But now it sounds like this.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
So spin back.
Real.
Remember though, like I said, I don't know what it is about iMovie. So just to show you an example of this weird glitch in iMovie, again, I don't know why you have to click it a couple times. If let's say bring that same video again, right? So it's a kind of a new video. And I'm gonna go back here, click freeze frame. As you can see, it does this.
iMovie.
And smooth is checked. So if I uncheck smooth and then click it again, as you can see, it creates that new audio waveform and adds it to the project. So I don't know why we have to almost uncheck smooth and then check it again, or uncheck it and check it a couple times. But now,
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
right, and I can obviously adjust, as you can see here, the duration of it if I want, in terms of, like, say, do I want this to be like 2 seconds? So it's a lot, shorter.
For an iMovie.
See, in this case, maybe in like 1 second might be good. I mean, again, it depends what you're going for. Like, say, especially if it's like an action shot or something, this can be a really cool technique.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
And then again, if I want to add the smoothness to it, in a weird way, I feel like it's not really smooth. It's more of like a, again, like I said, like a backspin or forward spin when it comes to a record. So I'm going to click it, and now...
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
Now, one last thing I will say that's really annoying is you can hear this clip right there. That, to me, just... It's like nails on a chalkboard to me, just playing it again. So what I'd probably do in this case is use a technique called the multiple render. I know I'm getting super nitpicky here, but I could bounce this out as 1. I'll just go to video and audio. So I just call this 1, for example. So now I'm doing is I'm bouncing out this exact file. But like I said, I don't want that weird little clip when it comes to the backspin. So after I bounce it out, bring it back into iMovie. Now when I play
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
But again, let's say I don't want that clip, because to me, again, that just sounds like nails on a chalkboard. So I'm going to go here, and I would probably actually do something along these lines, like this.
It's time for an iMovie tutorial.
Now I have the backspin and the forward spin in terms of slowing down the video to a halt and then bring it back up, but I don't have that annoying clip that to me, I'm not going to lie, I just can't stand.